Hey, Tony Gas is here. Now listen to me. We going into a season of higher calling. And in this season of higher calling, there's going to be a greater expectation of us, because the world is becoming so perverted and so many people are being lost. So many families are being ruined. There's so much poverty. There's so much pain, so much trauma. So this is really going to be a time of perfection. And what I mean by that is perfecting yourself. As Jesus said, be perfect as my Father in heaven is perfect. It's going to be a season of actually working and understanding that the work is not comfortable, that the work is not easy, but working on yourself in every area of your life so that you are growing, and understanding that you can take steps. You can take steps. Tomorrow, now, I have that class releasing on TonyGassinsAcademy.com, and it is 10 steps. It's 10 steps that I feel is very, very important, and they are evergreen. You know, it's timeless steps that you can use for the rest of your life. And some of the stuff is like you know and you're doing, and or you know it but not doing it. But we are going into this season where we really gonna have to step it up and be called to a higher calling, a place where we can be an example in every sense of the word. Because on your job, in your family, all around you, everybody's gonna be looking for a beacon of light, a beacon of hope. Everybody's gonna be searching and wondering who is setting the example, who is living a healthy and whole life, who is at peace and living their life to the fullest. And they're gonna be looking and they're gonna be searching. They're gonna come to you and say, hey, you know, you living this life. How are you living this life? What started this? How are you doing this? And that's gonna be your opportunity to help them grow, to help them change, come closer to the light. And it's a lot going on out here, and people losing their mind. People losing their mind, people losing their morals, people losing their values. And it's getting to a place to where it's getting a little scary for your kids. You know, our kids is in a whole new world, and there's not a lot of connection. There's not a lot of connection to God and connection to something deeper, something realer. And it's gonna come a day where faith is gonna be few and far in between. It ain't gonna be a whole lot of it, because we coming into this place of everything being watered down. And one thing about men is, if you look at it, you will notice that everything, not everything, but so much of rebellion and so much of greed and so much of religion is started by men. So where you have real life examples of real testimony of like who Jesus Christ was, to where historians who are atheists have verified and have found the writings and the recordings of the life of Jesus Christ and the miracles that were performed, and of the crucifixion and the body not being in the grave. Like we don't have Jesus' body in a tomb or in a museum. We ain't got no bones of him. And historians have verified these things. But even when you have that and you have a real example, if you notice, man always is seeking comfort. Man is always seeking, when I say comfort, I don't mean in a healthy sense. I mean, man always wants to be comfortable in his sin. Man always wants to be comfortable in his ways. Man always want to do what he want to do without repercussions, without any recourse, when you really look at it. And so what you're going to see is, this is a situation where man will create new religions, and man will find things to believe in. I was talking to a guy today, and he mentioned, and it's a Christian brother, and he pretty, real about what he feel. And he was talking about the Hebrew Israelite. And if you notice, there's a lot of black men today talking about their Hebrew Israelite. And oftentimes it's out of anger and it's out of rebellion that men seek of a religion. It's not out of a true search. It's not out of peace and love. Oftentimes it's out of rebellion and anger, and that is contrary to what a religion should represent. Like if you are believing something that is supposed to be holy or higher, it should not have you operating from anger. It should not have you wanting to take the lives of other people. It should not have you wanting to have you hating other people or despising or talking down to other people. You should believe what you believe, but believe it in love and believe it in peace and walk in it in love and walk in it in peace. And yes, you can have difference of opinion and difference of beliefs, but still be in peace. But if you notice, a lot of black men in America go to a religion in anger and go to a religion in rebellion. So at that point, you end up with no real religion, because if you angry and unhappy and fussing and fighting and defending and arguing about your belief system all day, every day, then what's the point of believing in anything? What you believe in should give you peace. What you believe in should give you confidence. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs, the knowledge of the Lord brings a strong confidence. So that when you confident about what you know and what you believe, you ain't got to argue with nobody. You state your beliefs and people don't believe it, okay, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You want to believe your textbook that you're reading about all this right now? Okay, go right ahead. I got evidence for what I believe. I got evidence for what I believe. My peace is my evidence. My prosperity is my evidence. My blessings, meaning, and I ain't talking material. I'm talking about my sound mind, my cool, calm, and collected. Being able to feel what I feel and have a righteous indignation at times, but not be hateful or spiteful or disrespectful toward other humans. Like, okay, believe what you believe. If you got to argue and call names and take shots and all of that all the time, we all get beside ourselves. I done got beside myself. I done stepped outside of God and got beside myself and misrepresented and have to repent and come correct. But we got to realize and understand. We got to come to this place realizing and understanding. Change got to be had. And so listen to me. I want you to sit down, and then if you're in the class tomorrow, God bless you, that's gonna help you a lot. If $25 is not affordable, I'll put the link to the class in the description. If it's not affordable, God bless you, listen to this video. And we're gonna pray for your finances this year, and that you're able to climb out of that hole and get in a better situation. But this is where the work starts. I want you to sit down and write down the things you need to work on. And when you write down the things you need to work on, the areas you need to grow, I want you to write a plan. Write a logical, common sense, practical plan. I want you to sit down and write it down. So if you say, I need to work on my attitude, I need to work on my temper, then what that means is you then need to tell yourself, okay, before I say this, I'm going to process it in my mind, and then I'm going to guesstimate, I'm going to predict how this person is going to respond. And if I can't see in my mind this going healthy and this going well, I'm not going to say it. And I'm going to do that over and over. Okay, boom, now you just won. You just won. Now you done taught yourself something. If you say, okay, I need to work on my weight, then you got to write a plan. All right, every day I'm going to walk 30 minutes. I'm going to eat in a window from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm going to eat clean, no processed food, no fried food, no sugar. I'm going to eat clean and healthy, and I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep a night. Boom. Your body going to change. Guaranteed. Your body going to change. And if you say, I need to work on my timeliness, okay, I need to go to bed, I need to set a bedtime, put my phone down, go to bed. I need to wake up 2 hours early, and I need to get right into my routine. Read my Bible, brushing my teeth, showering or washing my face, whatever the routine is, getting dressed, getting the kids ready if you got kids, and then heading to work. Instead of saying that work start at 8, I need to say work start at 7:30. So I'll be there at 7:45 if I got a spirit of lateness. If I'm always late, I get there at 7:45 because I now done told myself work is 7:30 instead of saying work is at 8, because that's the actual time, and then getting to 8:15. Right there, you done conquered, you done beat that spirit of lateness. You implemented a new plan. Gave yourself more time to get up, get your head right, get ready, and get going. So whatever it is that you need to work on, sit down and write a plan, and then be intentional about that, because that's going to produce excellence in your life, and that excellence is then going to help you produce more in your life. So when you're excellent in your habits and your behaviors, then you're going to produce more, meaning you're going to end up making more money, because if you're working on a job, your smile going to be brighter, you're going to be there on time, you're going to be happier, you're going to be more efficient, you're going to work harder, and you're going to get a promotion, you're going to get a raise. If you run your own business, you're going to make more money, because you're going to end up producing more products or producing more services. You're going to have more of a structure, you're going to have more of a streamline, you're going to be pumping things out, and you're going to build your following, build your clientele, and you're going to make more money. But you have to have a spirit of excellence. And this spirit of excellence ties in with a spirit of righteousness. It ties in with a righteous lifestyle. Like, you can't live a righteous lifestyle, meaning living right, living by the commandments, living by the teachings of God, and then have a messy life. It don't go together, because when you start living right, that's going to give you the peace and the confidence and the mindset. You're going to want to clean up in every area. You're going to want to have a sloppy home with a clean mind. It's not going to, it ain't going to work like that. You're going to start to clean up. You're going to start to do more. You're going to start to do different, because you're going to say, well, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling peaceful. I'm feeling motivated. Regardless of what's going on in my business, in my finances, on my job, in my family, I'm at peace, and I know this too shall pass. I know it's gonna work out. It's gonna work in my favor. So while I'm waiting on it to work in my favor, I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep believing. I'm gonna keep doing what I got to do. And that's how you gonna move. And so the spirit of excellence goes hand in hand with the spirit of righteousness. And I want you to understand that we have to become disgusted with mediocrity in every area of life. You got to be disgusted with mediocrity. So what I mean by that is we have to get to a place to where we disgusted with being underpaid. We disgusted with being underachieving, overweight. We disgusted with being just over broke. Like there's somebody coined the phrase, the acronym JOB, just over broke. We get disgusted with it and we say, I want better. I want better. I want more. I want to be excellence, and I want my children to be excellent. I want my family line to be excellent. I want to change the things that have always been in my family. I want to break those things, those patterns. And we going into a space of peace, to a space of joy, to a space of health, wholeness, happiness, confidence, strength, faith walking, dream walking, and we making things happen. Point blank period. And we set a new example so that when people look at you, they see a glow on you. They look at you and see a glow, and they like, whoa, what is that glow? Where does this come from now? What you got going on? You looking like $1 million, and you able to say, yeah, because I'm living right, I'm doing right, I'm thinking right. So analyze your life, and in every area of your life, you got to ask yourself, who am I listening to? Who am I watching? Who am I sleeping with? Who am I hanging with? Who am I building with? Who am I working with? You got to ask yourself those things, and you have to make sure that your input is in line with your desired output. And if your input is not in line with your desired output, then you have to change your input immediately. You have to change your surroundings immediately. You have to change your environment. You have to change your mindset immediately. If you can't change your environment, change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, eventually you're going to be able to change your environment. Because when you change your mindset, you're going to move differently. You're going to end up building more business. You're going to end up making more money. You're going to elevate your life, and that's going to change your environment. You're going to get out of where you at, and you're going to get to where you need to be. And that's going to change things for you. So I want you to understand that it's very important. It's very important that you make this here move. That you make this here move, and that you take this moving seriously. Because if we're not intentional about this, it ain't gonna go good. Trust me when I tell you. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. I just try to make use of my time, and I want you to understand, one of my goals is to help more people. And I want this to be an example of how when I'm in the car, I just have the phone. I'm holding the phone, but it's resting on my knee. So that's like my tripod. So it's resting on my knee, and I'm holding it in my hand, and I'm holding it in portrait mode so that it's easier to hold, but I'm making use of my time. So instead of this car just went on a red light. I guess he got tired of waiting. I guess he say, listen. And now here go the green light. I guess he say, listen, I'm finna break these rules. And so I'm making use of this time. So I'm driving from one place to another. It's 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. So instead of just writing and doing nothing, listening to music, I'm making use of the time. So I'm working, and in this work, this also will produce income as well, because it goes up on YouTube, and YouTube put ads on it, so it also produces income. So here I am working in my purpose and helping somebody. Can't help everybody, because everybody ain't gonna listen. Helping somebody, and at the same time taking care of my family, adding to the pot, and the double entendre. And that's what you have to realize, is that when you step into purpose, God gonna make a way for you to live your purpose and take care of yourself. He gonna make sure you taken care of. Never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread. You will be taken care of when you're doing the work of the Lord. And the work of the Lord don't just mean on YouTube talking. The work of the Lord could be anything he put your hands to, anything he giving your spirit to say, this is your calling, this your work. You serving the homeless, you serving the youth, you serving the youth boys, you serving the youth girls, you serving this person who I got out here on a platform that's speaking to the world. You serving them, you helping them out. You know, you serving at your job right now. You a light at your job right now. You leading people to Christ at your job. You leading people the right way at your job. And that's why I got you right now, because it's somebody who at your job who getting ready to reach millions of people with their new business venture, with their new brand, with their new idea, and you're going to end up being their spiritual mentor. And that's why I got you placed there. You don't never know why God got you where you at and what God gonna do for you and through you. And so that's why you got to be at peace and enjoy regardless of the season and regardless of where you at. So hey, it's Tony Gaston. God bless you, and we'll talk soon.